Hey, good morning everybody, and welcome to the vlog. I hope the start of your day is amazing. Lucy is looking good, and giant snakes are always something that I enjoy. As a matter of fact, I enjoy so much that I like to share the enjoyment with other people. Today I'm going to start my day enjoying my giant anaconda, Ivy, with Lori. I know, she's going to love it, right? What could possibly go wrong? Let's do it. So Lori, I was thinking that we could go over, you know how Ivy is pretty amazing, right? I was thinking, you know, do you want to maybe go over there, and you've never had an experience with Ivy, right? Where she like climbs up or, you know, hangs out on you or anything like that. Have you ever had that?
No, I'm good.
Well, I was thinking it'd be pretty cool because I've been talking about just how cool big snakes are and stuff like that, and I think it's literally, it's one of my favorite things to do. I want you to do it with me, okay?
Do I have to?
Yes.
Can I pay to not have that experience?
You don't have enough money, so no, you gotta go. Let's go. Let's do it. Well, it'll be fun. It'll be a good thing for a couple.
You know what?
It's like couple. It's like couple therapy.
Nothing good ever begins with that phrase. It'll be fun.
No, this is not going to be anything like the Lucy event. Okay. Oh. Look at this, guys. Hang on a second. Hang on. Set her down. Set her down, Lauren.
She's got my fucking neck.
Hang on. Okay, Lori, you ready to come on in? Ivy was actually sitting up here where she normally wants to do a lot of interaction, but when I came back, she actually was in the water, so I just had to pull her out. Got a towel just so we don't get too wet, but just climb on in. She's really amazing.
Your idea of fun and my idea of fun are two different things.
And again, one day Ivy is probably going to be, you know, 200 plus pounds and one of the largest snakes in the world. That's right, as far as weight goes. Now, of course, you know, I've talked about not wanting to overfeed my animals, so I don't know how long it's going to take Ivy to actually get that size, but she is absolutely wonderful. And you can see she just loves interacting with people. She's a truly, absolutely breathtaking animal. And I'm just going to sit here. I'm probably not going to do a whole lot, to be honest with you. I'm going to let Ivy kind of explore a little bit, because I find if I'm trying to manipulate her around, that's when it's a little bit weird, where she gets a little bit like kind of stressed out and stuff. If you just let her crawl around, it's actually much better, that's for sure. And she's just curious. You can see she's just kind of all over the place. So I'm going to let her kind of explore with me a little bit, and then I'll try to see if I can get her over by Lori too, so she can explore with Lori a little bit.
I think it's fine. I think she just likes you. You're her favorite.
There she goes. She's like, oh, this is a new person. I don't know that I like this person. I swear, it is really weird. I mean, do you remember the other day when I was in the water and she just came like zipping up to me like super, super quick?
She came right for you, huh? She came right to you.
Well, it's kind of the same thing. See how she'll like sniff on people? What do you think, Lori?
Well, I think I smell like dogs. So.
Well, she's not going to eat a dog. But see how she's like, I mean, I love this part. Now she's just exploring you. How do you feel?
Oh, it's wonderful.
Isn't it cool? I mean, it's so bizarre to me that she's just so interested. It's like, she's like, oh, this is a new person. I've never smelled this person in here before. What's she all about? And she'll just kind of explore around. It's one of the most interesting experiences I've ever had as far as a reptile person goes. Isn't this like an experience we should let people do?
No.
Why? I mean, this is the coolest thing. When it comes to reptile experience, to have a giant anaconda just kind of cruise around on you, I mean, it doesn't get much better than this. I mean, I'll be totally honest with you. It's absolutely amazing. I mean, she doesn't, you know, don't you think she's cool? You gotta admit, right?
Yeah, she's pretty cool.
I mean, for a big snake, it's not like a retic or something like that. I mean, she's just so interested. I know, baby. She's coming over to me. She's like, I don't like that mean lady over there. It's okay, baby girl. I've just never seen a snake seem so comfortable around people, you know. I mean, again, this is, and it's weird because, you know, she seems to sniff on you, but she does this to me all the time where she'll just like crawl right up on me. And that's what I think is so special, you know. It's like we have such a cool bond. It's just really, really cool. And I've noticed, again, I've said this all the time, the best thing to do is not really manipulate her much, but just let her kind of explore herself, you know, let her decide what she wants to do. And she's always so curious. But thank you for coming in with me. I didn't think you would do it.
See, I'm not always against everything.
Hi, baby girl. What you doing, sweetie? I tell you, I could spend every day in this place. I love it. Maybe that's what we should do during open hours. Is just like have like a rotation of people that just kind of come in.
No, I don't think so.
Let me know in the comments if you guys would want to come in with Ivy and have an experience like this because it's absolutely amazing. But again, giant snakes. You know, Ivy is the kind of exception to the rule. I don't know if most anacondas, because the anacondas I've dealt with besides Ivy and Aries have not been anything like this, but certainly other giant snakes are not nearly as like calm and slow moving when they're around people and curious around people. So, you know, anacondas are pretty special. I should say at least Ivy and Aries are pretty special animals. There's no doubt about it. Alright guys, here's the advertisement part of this vlog. This happens to be a coloring book. It's pretty cool. It has a lot of really cool designs in it. You can actually color this and send it to me, and I will actually post it up on our Instagram page. So you can go to reptarium.com to get this. I think you'll really like it. You might be noticing that I have this really cool shirt on right now. This is what they call Bella Bananas. It's now available. It was our most popular drop ever. You can get this, and if you don't like blue, you can also get yellow or 6 or 7 other colors if you so choose. But hey, listen, maybe you're not into the clothes thing at all. And maybe you're just a nudist and you'd like to have a little cup of joe in the morning with a Bella Bananas cup. So go ahead and get you some. Link in the description. Take, for instance, my girl Daisy. Of course, the albino reticulated python. You can certainly see she is not going to be... Whoa!
Oh my God, you okay?
Yeah. Okay. As you can see, she's not quite as easy to handle as Ivy. She literally just kind of bucked me down and knocked me over. So again, reticulated pythons are definitely a different animal than an anaconda because they're much faster. Again, reticulated pythons certainly are a handful, and Daisy's an actually beautiful, good animal, and still it's very difficult to handle her. I mean, one person handling a 20-foot or an 18-foot reticulated python is really difficult because they're constantly, perpetually moving. And like I said, Daisy is way better than, you know, Lucy, obviously, who is not only a fast-moving animal, but also very unpredictable and doesn't like people that much. So she's really on the go, whereas Daisy's much more calm. But even with that, you can see, she knocked me down. I mean, it was like, this is a powerful snake. You got to remember, an 18 or 20-foot snake or a 100-pound or 200-pound snake is a very, very, very big and powerful animal, to the point where even me, I mean, I'm a grown man, and she overpowered me just like that, right? And this is an animal that is actually really docile. You can only imagine a bigger snake that isn't docile, how difficult it can be. People always say that when you handle a large snake for the very first time, you don't realize the muscle. You know, you guys see me handling Lucy, you see me handling Ivy, you see me handling Daisy, and typically, you know, I can make it look pretty easy, right? You know, I might sometimes be out of breath. As a matter of fact, sometimes people say like, Brian, you must really be out of shape, because just after 2 minutes of holding Daisy or Ivy or Lucy, you're out of breath. But the truth is that they are all muscle. I mean, you figure 100 pounds of solid muscle, and they have so much stamina. I mean, if they're moving this way, it's literally impossible. I love, the best thing is when I have 2 or 3 people that have never held a snake hold Lucy, and I just see them bouncing around. And as a matter of fact, Genesis that works here, I've seen her, she's a small person to begin with, I've seen her literally just like get flown around and stuff like that. It's pretty incredible. But you know, giant snakes are absolutely amazing, but they are something that you have to take pretty serious, because I tell you what, they are big animals. And even a guy like me that's been dealing with them since I was 15 years old, you can see what happened. Just one little mistake and bam, I'm on my butt. Thankfully, it all turned out well, and thankfully Daisy is a super tame animal.
Inside of the PetSmart, the old PetSmart movie, And there's so much potential. So they had a pets hotel in there that already has these big windows. So I was like, can you guys just picture like people looking in and like Salt and Pepper are just like, hi guys, this is my new home. It's hard.
All right, so I've got a piece of paper here. Jay, the edutainer, wants us to move the Reptarium to a new building.
Yes.
Because he thinks that this
I think it's just a little small and we can be bigger and better.
Yeah, so he gave me this. He found a building, and he's like, we need to move. It's 12 minutes away.
12 minutes away.
But I personally think the reason he wants us to move is it's right next door to the laser tag.
That is also true. So
Yeah.
it's the best of both worlds.
It's the best of both worlds. But this is the thing. It's 10,000 square foot, right?
About.
Do you realize that if we do the expansion here, we'll be 12,500 square foot?
Okay, it's 10,000 square foot just the base. I don't even think that's including the Pets Hotel or the band field that is also in there. So it's probably double, triple this building.
Double or triple this building. So let me know
And
if you
there's
guys...
a parking lot.
Well, the parking lot's a plus. I will admit that is one of our problems here. Was our parking sucks. But besides that, I'm pretty happy with this building. I like it here.
I mean, I love it. I love it here, but I just want us to be that next step
next
up, bigger
level.
and better.
So he loves it here, but he loves it more there.
I do. That is true.
Okay, let me know if you guys think I should move or not. Excited today because we get to work on the basement a little bit more. Of course, we moved all the tools out here, so it's kind of looking a mess over here, but this will be cleaned up here in the next couple days, and then we can actually start working on this today, which is going to be important, which is finishing this flooring out. But before we do that, we actually have to take this wall out right here. So basically, when I designed this, it was a design flaw, right? This is obviously the podcast room in here, and then we had this hallway that kind of just didn't make any sense. So what we're going to do is, because the New Caledonia room, the gecko room that we're building for Jessica, which is the next big project that I'm about to get started, it's a little bit small. We can take this wall out right here, of course, just kind of extend the wall right like this. Then this whole area here will be part of this room. So basically just meaning that this wall here will be moved about 5 feet away, and that gives us 5 more feet of gecko cages in here. So pretty exciting that we're going to be able to finally get this going. Once this wall is moved, I can finish the flooring all the way through here, get the last trim up, paint the doors, get everything done, and then the basement is all done with the exception of the gecko room. And like I mentioned, I'm hoping I can start that gecko room as early as next week, and maybe it'll take me 2 or 3 weeks to finish it. But boy, would it be cool within a month to have that New Caledonia room here. Jessica's gonna love it. We'll have all the lychees over here, the Chihuahua geckos, the cresteds, the gargoyles, all that stuff. And it's gonna be like a miniature reptarium down here. We're gonna do it really nice, high-end cages, nice universal rock backgrounds and stuff like that. So it's gonna be really dope. But in the meantime, once we get this all done, we can get all these tools out of here, and then we can finish this basement up, and then the VIP area is ready. New Caledonia room is going to be ready. Of course, the colubrids are up and ready to go in this room right here. And I tell you what, basement is coming together, guys. We're literally a few weeks away from being completely wrapped up with this basement, and then on to Reptarium 3.0. All right, the hallway looks a little different now. Instead of going all the way back, it ends right here at the podcast room. And this made a huge difference in this room. Again, a lot of stuff in here, so we've got to clear all this stuff out. But look at how much more space the gecko room now has. I mean, literally, it's like twice the space. So now what we have to do is get all of this stuff out of here. We have to paint the entire place, ceiling, walls, everything like that. I'm going to put the flooring in down here, just like the rest of the flooring in the other place, and then actually start building the racks out and the actual enclosures that go in. Again, this is going to be like a miniature reptarium here. We want it to be like, you know, universal rocks, naturalistic, all for Chihuahua geckos, crested geckos, gargoyle geckos, and lychee geckos. And there might be some cave geckos down here too, but nevertheless, just a complete gecko room that's like a little reptarium. It's going to be absolutely incredible. Definitely looking forward to getting this place done. So here, probably in the next, say, 2 weeks, this is going to be looking a lot different, but couldn't be happier with the decision to expand it for sure. All right, so Lori, have you heard the latest? You know that Jay, the edutainer, he wants to move the reptarium. Would you rather, yeah, he's saying that we should move. Not that he, you know, is going to make the decisions, but the point is that he thinks we should move to a bigger place rather than renovating this building.
No.
No? You'd rather renovate this building than move?
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of like this space.
We've already had this conversation ourselves.
Yeah.
And the decision.
Well, he's gung-ho.
I don't really care.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. After all, he's not the one that's going to be paying for it and doing it.
Exactly,
But he thinks that this building that he's in love with right down the street.
Down the street where?
I don't know, in Rochester.
No, that's not down the street.
12 minutes away. Right next to the laser tag.
Oh, now I see.
Yeah, now you're getting it?
Yeah,
Okay.
now I'm getting it.
Okay, so that
We're
would
good.
would be no then.
That's
Okay.
a no.
Okay. Now, Burmese pythons honestly are kind of the more gentle giants. Now, I talked about the 4 giant world's largest snakes, right? Burmese pythons, anacondas, African rock pythons, reticulated pythons, and you could probably put scrub pythons in there too, because some of the scrubbies can literally get really giant as well. And some people have mentioned, like, shouldn't the reptarium maybe have all of them? Maybe I should have a giant scrub, but you know, it's hard to find the species of scrub that get giant here in America these days. You know, they're kind of rare and you don't see them hardly ever. The Australian ones are the ones that get huge, like 15 plus foot, and the majority of the ones that we get here are like more like 8 or 9 foot. I would love a 15-foot scrubby. I mean, that would be amazing. And I wouldn't mind adding an African rock python, but again, those guys are pretty crazy. Oftentimes scrubbies are a little bit touchy, and certainly rock pythons are usually really touchy. I had one for over 20 years, and it was absolutely an insane animal, but I loved them. Whereas the Burmese pythons like Sunrise here are usually pretty chill. Now, she's only 10 foot long right now. She could get 18 foot and up to 150 plus pounds with a good weight with her. Certainly they can get 200 pounds if they're overfed and obese. We don't want that to happen, but 150 pounds is certainly something that Sunrise could be here in the future. So it'd be really cool, and she is a really amazing animal. But again, she's not like Ivy. If I put her on the ground, she's not going to really run away from me, but she's probably not going to climb right up on me and actually kind of explore me like Ivy is. So again, green anacondas, and in particular Ivy and Aries, are definitely a very unique giant snake. So big snakes are absolutely incredible animals, as you guys know it. If you enjoyed this, here's a playlist of a bunch of big snakes that I've messed with. You can click on 1 or 2 of those videos. It would definitely help me out. Up here, you can subscribe to my podcast channel. On this side, we're getting close to 3 million. Hit that subscription button. Turn your post notifications on. Have an absolutely wonderful day. Remember, be kind to somebody, and I promise I'll see you tomorrow.